Welcome to a new release on the show. This is the 5 questions to nourish the mind, body and soul. To get to know the person sat in front of me a little bit more and ask them questions they wouldn't normally have. This has become very quickly one of my favourite parts of the interview. Now, we are re-releasing these because we released these months ago for our paid subscribers over on my newsletter, The Compassionate Cure on Substack. If you're not a paid subscriber, you will get these months in advance of being part of our community. However, we are now starting to release them. So enjoy. This is more of a personal connection and a shorter episode, but it really gets into the heart and not into the mind of the person who is sat in front of me. Paul, we're going to start today with the 5 questions to nourish the mind, body and soul for our Substack readers on, which I think you'll quite like my title, The Compassionate Cure.
Yeah.
So you probably are the gold star guest ever to have these questions, so there's no pressure. So the first question, and the reason why I did this is to get most of our guests out of their minds and into their bodies.
All right.
Because we can answer questions from a very...
Have you seen mind, body? I mean...
I have. I want you to fully immerse yourself in there, okay?
It's got a bit old now.
Most of our guests always intellectualize. Obviously, that's the reason why people are here to learn. But I really want this to come from you.
Okay.
So the first question is, what's one small thing about you that makes you uniquely you?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I suppose my multiple interests, I would suppose. I mean, I'm very interested in Buddhism and psychological science and music, all kinds of things, I suppose. And it's the combinations of things that you like and your interest that makes a person unique, I think. So my uniqueness, if there is such a thing, would be in the combination of things that I value and I engage in.
Your curiosity, that's
curiosity,
how I feel.
Yeah.
I want to ask, the next question is overcoming resistance. So what's been the most persistent area of resistance in your life and how did you overcome it?
When I was younger, I was regarded as not terribly bright because in those days they didn't know about dyslexic, but I'm highly dyslexic. But I just sort of carried on really and sort of did my best and struggled through. I was one of those limbo dancers academically, always just scraped underneath the bar. And it wasn't until later when I was at the level of degree that I started to do okay. But that's always been an issue for me and that's always been a sadness for me because sometimes when I write projects and things, we get criticisms like your English is terrible. So I rely a lot now on copy editors and speech software. But I suppose that's been the big thing for me is having quite severe dyslexia.
Wow. Well, you don't know this about me, but the listeners will. That was my biggest turning point in my life, finding out I was dyslexic when I was doing my Bachelor of Science. And that's where my compassion journey started.
Yeah.
Wow. This is going to have to come out in the main episode. Small changes, big impact. What's the smallest change that's brought the most ease into your life?
Well, small change, but hard to do. Reducing my red wine drinking. No, just been eating more sensibly, and because I love red wine, but obviously it's not good for sleeping and weight and all kinds of stuff. So it's been a small change, but an important one.
Yeah, impactful.
Impactful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that literally leads me on to my 4th question, which is around health. So what's been the one health-related change that you've made that has significantly impacted your well-being that's not red wine?
Yes, probably diet and also a little bit of exercise. Because I think as you grow older, you kind of start doing less and then you get tired and then you don't want to do it. So my problem is that at the end of the day, I think I'm going to do exercise and I'm too tired, I'll do it tomorrow. So you get in that loop of feeling too tired, so you don't do it. And because you don't do it, you don't develop the stamina and the energy that you would if you did do it.
When did you start making that change?
3 or 4 years ago, I would think. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And you feel better for it?
A little bit. Yes. I could do better, as they would say in my school report. Could do better. Could try harder.
I got that all the time. And the last one is peace with the past. Okay, so what's been the hardest thing for you to make peace with about yourself or life in general?
I'm very lucky. I'm not a person that really bears much in the way of grudges. I suppose my journey has been tricky. I had a very tricky relationship with my parents, both of them highly traumatized through the war. And so traumatized parents make traumatizing parents.
Yeah.
So that's been a little bit tricky. And also a boarding school was kind of a few things that went on there that weren't so good. So coming to terms with some of the disappointment, should I put that, and traumas of the past has been a bit tricky. But it's also been a journey which has, I think, partly helped me develop compassion.
Well, I don't think that you go into this area without an inherent interest for a personal reason as well. You know, you can intellectualize something very easily, but you've got to feel it, I believe. And that's such a big kind of area of compassion.
Yeah, it is. Very much so.
Thank you, Paul. You did very well. You got
passed,
5 gold stars from me.
Oh my God.
So no,
Okay, we're doing good.
You're doing very good.